Let's talk about this wet and dry method today. Before we receive this vest, need to assemble. The first is the energy box connection. Take another look at the clothes. The material used inside the clothes is the use of a wet vest. That it works with a cloth bag and silicone sheets. So in the case of this material, water spray is required during use. You need to spray water on the electrode pads. Be sure to spray wet enough. How wet is it? That's when you press your finger on it. You can feel the water on your hands. Be sure to spray it all very wet. This customer must do it properly. It's the body and pants. Every electrode needs to be sprayed with water. Spray moist enough to use normally. Clients should keep this in mind. And then we're going to connect. Let's take a look at it. This one is split. It will have these two bags behind it. Clamp it like this. If the customer is relatively high, we cannot connect. Directly separate the upper and lower clothes like this. But this location needs to be connected. That is to say, the cables on the pants and clothes to connect through this air plug. Then tighten. At this time, its entire circuit. It is connected as an interface output. At this time, we put the largest output port. Connect the energy box. Align here. Then lock. After locking, we find this position of the pants. It has a special place for the energy box. Normally, if we wear it on all bodies, the energy box can be placed here. Then we need to open the energy box. There's a button down here. Long press for about 1 to 2 seconds, and it turns on the lights, and that's where we need cell phones. Here we briefly talk about. On the app, it will have two systems. One is iOS specific system. Download its app. Need to be in Google or iOS App Store. Search for this name to download. This one is on domestic Android phone. Android phones can be scanned by. Scan the QR code we provide with your browser. Download an app. This is a software we have downloaded in advance. We're going to connect. The first one is to open the positioning, turn on Bluetooth and connect to Wi. After these three are confirmed, all permissions must be allowed when downloading this app. All allowed. And then we go in. Click this after entering. Don't worry about the rest. Click this plus sign first. It will automatically find a Bluetooth released by our energy box. We click Bluetooth, then click on the display above to jump out. It means that the connection has been completed. We click confirm. After connecting, it will have a beep. At this point, we need to set up an operation. Here is an English and Chinese interface. We're taking it back out. So let me show you. Re-enter and switch to an English interface. After re-entering, it sets the language here. Then enter again. Click Bluetooth to connect. After confirming that the connection is successful, we just set the parameters. Then the operation on the interface. One is clinical time, total clinical time, then a working hour, dwell time, climb time, duration, downhill time. This parameter adjustment can be controlled by arrows. How to control the intensity of energy? We can control it with all the buttons. All our parts are synchronized. 2 gears, 4 gears and 6 gears are incremented like this. Then subtract it here. If there are some customers, some parts of him receive lower energy, we can increase it all. We can use individual parts. For example, this is a chest electrode. You can see this icon. The electrodes on the chest are in this position. We need to strengthen or weaken separately. It is adjusted through the add and subtract keys here. After adjustment, click the green button here, and it starts working. Because we set the continuous work here to be 2 seconds. Working time is 2 seconds, and then 9 seconds later, it jumps into a stop state. That is, it doesn't work for 4 seconds, then work for another 9 seconds, then stop for another 4 seconds. This is a flow that sets it up to work. And then these, like going up a hill, continue downhill. These are mainly to regulate the current. What way does it work when it is used within this time? On app, up to 6 sets can be connected simultaneously. For example, we have a new customer. He also opened the training close. We can click the plus sign to connect. Then click the icon in the middle. These clinical modalities can be set. There is a recommended value. Click on it to select it. You can also click this left and right button here to switch each mode for clinical use. Then it can be started separately on the app. It's also controllable here. This is what we're doing on the interface. Then there are the training clothes. What we need to be aware of is wet training clothes. Be sure to spray water before you can use it. We just said, each electrode pad needs to be sprayed with enough purified water, including pens. Pens, it has a belt here, which is tight. After opening, this is not an electrode pad. Our electrode pads are here. And the following. Open the leg straps too. Let's take a look. These are 2 pieces of the hip, 2 pieces front and rear of the legs. The same goes for our other leg. Be sure to spray enough water on each electrode pad. After we spray the vest wet, we can wear it directly. We need to operate with standard linings. Wear the lining to the client to be trained. This is operated with pens. Then you need to wear our specially matched linings. This lining is operated with a vest with wet electrode pads. If the customer needs dry training, let's talk about it here. During dry training, you need to replace the electrode pads with dry ones. For example, I show the replacement of 2 pieces here. This is our dry electrode pad. At this point, we need to find something about the same size. It's wet. It's dry. Then we need to take the wet one out. This bag needs to be taken off, and we take off the electrodes. Replace with dry. When we replace the dry electrode pads, we assemble skillfully. So the first one is we put our finger there in the middle of the groove. You can also feel it here. There's a groove. Push it up. Try to put this button. It sticks out like this. Bend it like this. And then we replace that wire with a wet pad. This button is aimed at it. Then snap it in with a little force. This is it. It is difficult for the customer to install it. You can try a few more times. Because of our new electrode pads, it will be relatively difficult to buckle. Customers can follow the method we just said. Go try a few more times, so it can be installed. After installing it, let's smooth it out a bit. Then the thread cannot be folded. You can fold it like this. Straighten it and stick it back into this position. You can also hide it. Push to this position. That's how a dry joint works. We'll show you another piece. Use a small piece. If it is small, it corresponds to this position. And this location, the customer can replace it with the corresponding size. I'll just take the demo. Step 1. We rip the fabric. Keep it safe here. It is used because it is wet. The second step is to separate the button from the silicone sheet. Keep this safe too. Replace with dry. A silicone sheet that comes with it. You don't have to go in anymore. Take the line, hold it. Leak it out. Then align with the button. After buckling, stroke the thread. Then paste it back to this position. Dry electrode pads do not require water spray. Customers must remember that no water spray is required. We just need to match this set. Dry training clothes specially equipped for customers. The silicone sheet that comes with this places on it. We just need to put the silicone sheet on the vest. It corresponds to the silicone sheet lining the clothes. We can feel this electric current in our human body. For example, on our side is the back of the clothes. It corresponds to the 6 blocks at our location. Corresponds to. We only need to wear it when. Hold the pads close. Dry training clothing operation can be realized. This is one use of our dry vest. The same goes for pants. Each part of it has its own electrode pads, both positive and negative. We just need to align the electrodes of the vest. A dry training can be achieved. Then dry in the process of use. A few points will appear more often. The first is that he is wearing a vest. We'll do some actions. After doing some movements, his dry electrodes and this suit. There may be an offset. Like what? Not fully attached. Maybe it's down. And that's where we need to make adjustments. Need us to take off all vests. Then reattach the two electrode pads. As long as you stick to it, you can resume normal training. This is one way to use the wet and dry mix on the vest. We probably have an understanding of the APP. Then there is how the energy box needs to be charged after it is used up. When we charge here, it needs to be removed from the vest to charge. You can only use a special charger. Remember not to use fast charging to charge. Use a standard one. Then find the charging hole and plug it in here. Then plug this and into the socket. It's ready to charge.